Grey's Anatomy, Season 22, Episode 2. We built this city. Now it's breaking. The hospital is full of life. Until one moment changes everything. In Season 22, Episode 2 of Grey's Anatomy, every heartbeat carries a secret. And every decision could destroy what they're trying to save. Siren lights flash against the rain-soaked windows of Grey Sloan Memorial. The night is darker than usual, the air heavy with a storm that feels bigger than the weather. Inside the emergency room, doctors rush past one another, voices overlapping, alarms ringing. But beneath the chaos, there is something different, something no one is ready for. A stretcher crashes through the doors, wheels squeaking across the slick floor. A young man lies unconscious, chest barely rising. His pulse is weak. Nurses shout vitals as Owen Hunt takes the lead, barking orders with focus, but there's tension in his voice. Something about this case feels wrong. Bailey appears, her eyes narrowed, sensing the same thing. She doesn't say it out loud, but her face shows it. Fear. In another corner of the hospital. Amelia stands alone, staring at an MRI scan. Her hands tremble. Not because of what she sees, but because of what she knows. This scan holds a truth that could tear someone's world apart. But before she can act, a sudden power flicker sends the hospital lights into a brief blackout. Just a second, but enough to freeze every heartbeat in the room. When the lights return, a chill runs through the halls. Something has begun. Something no one can stop. Fear lingers in the air long after the lights return. Grey Sloan is still moving, still breathing, but something feels wrong, like the walls themselves are holding a secret. In Trauma Bay 3, Jo Wilson fights to stay calm as she treats a young girl with a deep neck wound. The child grips Jo's hand with silent terror. Her eyes are full of questions, but there are no simple answers tonight. Jo forces a soft smile to comfort her, but in her chest, her heart aches. She remembers her own pain, how she once felt lost, alone. She knows this girl is hiding something, and someone hurt her. Meanwhile, in the ICU, Teddy stands by a patient who isn't just a case, he's a father of two, hanging by a thread after a mysterious collapse. Teddy promises his wife he'll make it, but the truth is, she doesn't know. Not today. Not this episode. Her voice is steady, but her thoughts are breaking. She hasn't seen her kids in 2 days. She hasn't slept. Since Meredith left, the weight of saving this hospital feels heavier every day, like a burden stitched into her scrubs. Across the hallway, Richard Weber stares at Amelia. He knows that look, he's worn it before. It's the look of someone holding back the truth. Whatever it is, he says quietly, you don't have to carry it alone. But Amelia stays silent. Because what she has just discovered isn't about her. It's about someone she cares about. Someone who has no idea what's coming, and in that silent moment, under bright hospital lights and worried eyes, it becomes clear this episode isn't just about saving lives. It's about holding on to trust before everything falls apart. Rain pounds against the hospital windows as if warning them of what's coming. In the basement corridors, lights flicker again, longer this time. A nurse whispers, "Why is this happening?" But no one answers. Above them, in the OR, Owen and Bailey operate on the unconscious patient from earlier. His blood pressure drops, then crashes. Bailey orders a crash cart. Owen starts compressions, but his eyes suddenly freeze. He lifts the patient's shirt higher and stops. There's a scar on the patient's chest. A surgical scar, one that looks familiar. Owen has seen this work before, precise, perfect, exact. This isn't a random trauma case. This man has been on someone's table before. Recently, but whose? Down the hall, Jo comforts the young girl again as she runs tests. "Can you tell me who hurt you?" Jo asks softly. The girl hesitates, then whispers one word, "Doctor?" Jo goes still. "A doctor here?" The girl doesn't answer. She only looks at the door in fear, as if someone might walk in at any second. Someone she is trying to hide from. At that same moment, Amelia walks toward Teddy's ICU patient with the MRI results in her hand. Her steps are heavy. She knows what this scan shows, and she knows it changes everything. She hands the chart to Teddy. Teddy reads it once, Her face drains of color. This can't be right. But Amelia only nods. There is no mistake. This patient wasn't brought here to be saved. Someone wanted him here, at Grey Sloan. For a reason. Then, without warning, the entire hospital shakes. Power dies. Darkness swallows Grey Sloan whole. For a few terrifying seconds, nothing moves. No machines. No lights. No heartbeat monitors, but in the shadows. Someone is still moving. The hospital sinks into darkness. Only the storm lights glow faint red through the hallways like warning signals. Panic rises as machines stay silent and life hangs by threads. Bailey yells for backup generators. Nurses scramble with flashlights. Fear is no longer quiet, it is alive. Owen stays over the mystery patient, still performing chest compressions by hand. Sweat runs down his face as he fights to keep the man alive. "Don't die on me," he mutters. But in the shadows, someone watches him through the glass. A figure no one notices. In the ICU, Teddy grips the MRI scan, her breath unsteady. "This isn't a medical case," she whispers. "This is a target." Amelia looks at her. "Then who are they after?" Teddy doesn't answer. Her eyes drift toward the window. Toward Owen. Joe moves fast through the halls with the young girl when suddenly, footsteps behind them, slow, heavy, dangerous. The girl squeezes Joe's hand and shakes her head. "He's here," she whispers. Joe turns, but no one is there. Only darkness. Then a generator rumbles back to life. And one light flickers on in the OR. Owen looks down and freezes. The mystery patient's eyes are open now. He grips Owen's wrist with shocking strength and whispers something that stops his heart cold. He's already inside Grey Sloan, and he's coming for you next. The screen cuts to black text on screen. Grey's Anatomy, Season 22, Episode 2 voiceover. We built this city. Now it's breaking.